Russia. Let me show you something that probably is the last thing you're gonna think about finding in Russia. When I found it, I couldn't believe it actually, but there is a very special place in Russia, and let's see if I can find it without any help. It's a very, very small part, and it's something in this area. Look at this, right here. And it's something you'll not even believe it. In these mountains right here, look at this. In the mountains, with all that green there is a very small desert. I'm gonna show you how nice it is, and you're not gonna believe it. And I already see it. Look at this. It's this one right here. Just a spot. A very small spot. Look at this. You have a desert in the mountains. I'm not sure what I saw. A very small, especially as a desert that small everywhere, and being that nice. Luckily for us, we have some 360 here. I'm gonna show you in a moment. But this one, look at this. It is something by itself. The story of this one, I thought at the beginning I thought it's man-made, but it's not that small. If you wanna measure it, you're gonna take this roulette. You're gonna measure the length. It's around, let's say, 10 kilometers, around that. And how wide it is. Let's go from this one, the highest part. It's around 4 kilometers. So not that big. You can actually, I believe if I go there, I can actually in one day walk the whole desert. I can actually see the whole desert in one day. Now, I thought it's man-made, but it's not. Apparently, this desert is from 100,000 years ago, and here used to be a lake, a glacier lake. And when the ice melted, they left behind just this spot right here. And I have some information here if you want to check it. They call it Shara sand. I think they call it like that. And let's check some 360. Let's see how actually it is, because it's very nice. You're not gonna believe it, like I said. Let's go with this one. I don't know who make those, but should make more than this. Look at this. A desert in the mountains. And a desert that small. You're not gonna... It's real desert. Look at this. It's a legit desert. You cannot say it's not. You cannot say it's just a... It's a drop in a bucket when you look like that, but it's not that small when you see those pictures. Look at this. A desert in the middle of nowhere. How nice is that? Let's check other one. Hopefully, like I said, there are not that many 360 for a place like this. I will make like 100 of them immediately. Look at this. Have the pine trees or whatever those are. Have the mountains, huge mountains in the back. And then you just pretty much desert all around. As far as you can see with your eyes, it's pretty much desert. That is actually really nice. Look at this. Like I said, I don't remember seeing a desert that small in a, let's say, mountain area, in a remote area. Look at this. You can actually live here. That's pretty much a, when you die, you want to go here. Look at this. It's perfect. You have even some lake, you have water, you have sand, you have mountains. What is missing? Probably some internet connection, but that's it. And like I said, it's not that much. It's like if you put your hand on the map, it looks like your finger, let's say. It's that small. But when you stay in the middle of them, it's not that small. But like I say, you can actually walk the entire desert in one day. And I don't understand why there are no more 360. Like I say, I will make 100 of them immediately. Look at this. And people visited, but I don't know if that many people knows about it. But yeah, it is in the middle of nowhere. I don't think it's that easy to just go there. But living in there is a small town. We're gonna look at that very quickly. Now I just wanna see this one. Hopefully I'm not gonna go in again this one. That's not the, look at this. You have the desert, you have snow on the desert, and you have the mountains in the back. Who thought you're gonna see a thing like this in the middle of nowhere? And it's legit, like I say, this is a desert. Look at him. It is. We have some small, like this is outside the desert, but I'm curious. Let's see what is there. And you can actually see the desert from here. So yeah, you can have a lake, you have the mountains, and then the desert start. So Russia is much more than just the European side, because pretty much everybody going to Russia is gonna visit. I think like 90% of the people just visit the European part. They don't go as far east. But look at this. A legit desert in the mountains. I'm not sure. This is in August 2020, so probably it's better to see it in a summer than go there in the winter, but there is legit. Russia has a real desert in the middle of nowhere. And there is just a small town here, but they have, I think, a small airport, if I'm not mistaken. They were working on something here, but I'm not sure where I saw that. If it's not in those small town, it could be in the next one, but I saw something. And here is pretty much, there's some guy. Could call it a desert? Not really. No, there was a small airport, but I don't remember where I saw it. Oh, this one right here. Look at this. Not that small, but it could be a military, who knows. Look at this. The entire runway of the airport is probably longer than the entire town. But they have one. And yeah, just like that, Russia have a desert. Look at this. In the middle of nowhere, you get to see a desert. How cool is that? Like I said, the best part is those mountains in the back. That just makes everything. Let's check the first one really quick, because that was the money shot. But I don't understand why they don't have more 360, because it legit looks. You can actually make a movie here. Let's face it. You can actually shoot a movie here. And it's gonna be amazing. I'm not sure, maybe somebody actually did a movie here and we don't know, but you can actually make a movie here in this desert. Yeah, that was the desert. I'm gonna get you this link in the bio if you want to check it, but I'm curious. I don't have a 360 from the mountains. I was curious how actually it saw from above. But nobody climbed the mountains to just make a 360 from here, but can make some 3D sketches. It looks like I said, it looks like if you put your finger on the screen right now, it's exactly how big it's your thumb. And it is a desert in the middle of nowhere in Russia. How about that? When that is gonna happen? Yeah, that's what I want to show you. I think it's cool. I'm not sure how many people are gonna visit it, and also how many from this part of the Russia watches this video. But I never saw a video about a desert like this. Or I actually found it when I just looking on the map, and I don't know why I Google it Russia desert to see if they have one. And my surprise was when this one pop up. And then we can have some pictures here. Let's look at them really quickly. We have some desert shots. And yeah, it looks, they have some greens also on the side, but the fact that you have those mountains in the background, it makes everything. Now we have one from above. And I think obviously the sand always shifting with the wind, so I'm not sure how much is gonna stay, but also those areas in Russia, they get warmer, so who knows, maybe they're gonna get bigger with time. But like I said, it is a legit desert in Russia, and we can visit it. if you go in Russia. But you need, like I said, you have that runway here. Look at this. You have even, it's so close from the from the airport, let's say, you can actually fly there. Just take not even a car, you can actually walk to the desert. I don't think it's that much of the distance. How much is the distance from the, let's say, from the airport to here? It's 5 kilometers, so that's an hour of walking. And you walk to the desert, you visit the desert, and then by night you come back, have something to eat, and then pop in a plane and go home. How cool is that? Yeah, that's the Russian desert right here. Look at this. And I just found it without any help. That's also something. Right here, in the middle of nowhere, we have a desert in Russia. A small one. I think we can actually call it the smaller desert on the earth. I'm not sure if there is another one that's smaller than this, but it could be a world record, who knows.